AB 1826 compliance. Are you a new or existing commercial business? Are you in compliance with State Law AB 1826? Do you want to learn how to become compliant? California sends 30 million tons of garbage each year to landfills. Of that, about 33% is organic material that could be composted or used to produce renewable energy. To achieve California's goal for compost and greenhouse gas reductions, the state passed AB 1826, which now requires commercial businesses and multifamily residential dwellings that generate 4 or more cubic yards of solid waste each week to compost their organic waste. You could become compliant through standard compliance or alternative compliance. If you think you qualify, you could also apply for an exemption request. The city also requires that you fill out and submit the compliance and exemption checklist to verify how you are compliant. 2 important words for understanding AB 1826 compliance are organic materials and composting. Organic materials include materials that were part of a living organism, like food waste, soiled, unlined papers, landscape trimmings, and clean lumber. Composting describes the processes that collect organic material and turn it into organic fertilizer so that it does not go to the landfill and release methane. This is important because methane, CH4, is a greenhouse gas that has the warming potential up to 84 times higher than carbon dioxide, CO2. And when landfill bacteria do not have access to oxygen, they produce methane as they decay their organic material. Composting avoids methane emissions because it injects oxygen into the decaying organic waste so that bacteria do not produce methane. Again, there are 3 options in the checklist: standard compliance, alternative compliance, and exemption request. Standard compliance. Standard compliance is the simplest method to implement organic composting services, and it indicates that you have enrolled with Marin Sanitary Service, MSS. MSS offers 2 services depending on your needs. The Food to Energy program is for businesses like restaurants, cafes, and supermarkets that mostly generate pre-consumer food scraps. The Commercial Compost program is for businesses that generate post-consumer food scraps, landscape trimmings, and other compostable materials like pallets and crates. MSS makes it easy to sign up for organic composting services. Please contact MSS at 415-456-2601 with questions or to begin enrollment. MSS staff can provide you with an initial on-site assessment and ongoing support through the implementation process of their organic composting services. Alternative compliance. If you are not currently enrolled with MSS, there is the possibility that you might already be compliant with the commercial composting law if you employ a method that results in your organic waste being composted, like having an on-site compost or self-hauling to a composting facility. Refer to the checklist for other alternative compliance methods. Exemption request. In some rare instances, you may be exempt due to specific criteria under the law, such as generating less than 4 cubic yards of all forms of solid waste per week, or generating less than half a cubic yard of organic waste per week. How do I fill out the compliance and exemption checklist? All new and existing commercial businesses are required to submit the compliance and exemption checklist to indicate that you are in compliance with the commercial composting law. You can find the compliance and exemption checklist on the cityofsanrafael.org/AB 1826 page. The city requires the owner, property manager, or designee to read all of the checklist, fill out and sign the form, and attach the required documentation to verify your compliance. You will have to provide more details regarding alternative compliance or an exemption request in the Explain section, and you will be required to provide documentation for the compliance methods you selected. When you have completed the checklist, you can email it to sustainability@cityofsanrafael.org or mail it to Sustainability Division, City of San Rafael, 1400 5th Avenue, San Rafael, California, 94901. The city or Marin Sanitary Service will need to conduct a site visit, usually within 30 days, to verify alternative compliance or exemption status. Please reach out if you have questions by emailing or calling 415-485-3407. Good luck on your checklist!